For nearly 4 years, neighbors and volunteers have worked to restore the Cardinal Creek Conservation Area Trail in Eden Prairie. By removing buckthorn, they have created space to plant native flowers and grasses here instead. Unlike the native cherries, buckthorn is an invasive shrub that stays green well into the fall and chokes out other more desirable shrubs and flowers. Bob Prince and Ember Captan have been part of the restoration from the beginning and agreed to share some of their experiences on this project.
The trail leads all the way down to the marshlands and into Cardinal Creek that flows under 494 into Bryant Lake. Since I live next door to the path, I've also noticed how many more people are using it. Young families actually going on nature hikes and looking for bugs, and I've seen walkers and joggers and again lots of animals, and it's been really fun. I've gotten to know some of my neighbors that I had not met before, and I think the other thing too is that once we got volunteers from different watersheds, it's been fun getting to know these people and see their enthusiasm for this project.
For me, it's been just working in conjunction, having the City of Eden Prairie actually working together with the Watershed.
9 Mile Creek has been very supportive on this project. They have helped us with working with the City of Eden Prairie. They filled out the paperwork for getting the seeds and helping plant, and they were all part of this from day one, and we couldn't have done it without them.
The support we got was tremendous. I did not imagine being where we were at this point right now, so it's been a great feeling. It's been a long process, but it's finally nice to see the fruition of the city side of the property looking really nice, with the ferns coming back and some of the native plants that we hope to see in the spring.
Though there is more work to be done, like removing garlic mustard in the spring, Bob, Ember, and all the volunteers are enthusiastic about the progress they've made on this restoration in 2020.
Hi everybody, welcome to my rain garden. I decided to do a rain garden because I wanted just something that would be visible to all the neighbors, not something smaller like a rain barrel. The street's right here and all the neighbors going by can see what I'm working on. The rain garden actually receives water from our roof. This downspout here flows down here. We had to excavate a hole under the steps, and it flows out down here through this spout into the garden. When we started excavating the rain garden, all of these rocks came out of the hole, and I grabbed them and used them to help with some erosion control and to slow the flow of the water down the slope to keep the water contained in the garden. We also built a slight berm at the far end to help hold the water because of the location on a slope. I found it fascinating that so many neighbors were interested in what I was doing. So many of them stopped by, asked lots and lots of questions. I had lots of opportunities to talk to the community and friends about the rain garden. In the spring, I hope to expand the plantings going on here in the rain garden using additional native species to create a woodland garden extending up further into my yard so I can remove additional turf grass.
Marcy Hamill is a Minnesota water steward that helped with the goldfish study on Lake Nancy in 2020.
Water is very vulnerable, and it's very important that we educate ourselves as well as others on how to protect it and keep it clean. I had been doing some research on invasive species of fish in lakes and ponds, and goldfish were of a concern. So when I heard that there was going to be a study done in my backyard in the pond, I thought it'd be a great volunteer opportunity. I'm a part of a lake association, and the last meeting that we had, I was able to make an awareness of what was going on in their backyards, and they were very interested. It really, people are, they don't mind stepping up, and if they have to pay some dues to help out in something, they're more than happy to do that. And people feel proud that it gives you a feeling of accomplishment that you're helping out with your community and with the the whole environment. And with this ongoing goldfish study, it made an awareness of how goldfish affect our water ecosystem. Always fun when they were able to haul in and show me all the fish that they had caught. And I didn't realize so many of them, and they come in all shapes and sizes. I hope people will take something from this, and they too can think of something to help out, whether it be with a adopt a drain or stop oversalting or anything like that. As little as they are, if you can take a moment to do those things, it really helps.
In 2020, the district has also been working with 5 non-profit organizations to install larger best management practices. One project was a rain garden installed at Oak Grove Presbyterian Church.
I'm John Crampton, and I'm the chair of the Green Committee at Oak Grove Presbyterian Church. And so what we want to do is always make a statement about what our values are. And our value is expressed by our solar panels, by our rain garden. It's not just making pretty words in a sermon, but it's showing our values through our actions. And working with 9 Mile Creek really allowed us to do that and to do it right. And in terms of the water that falls on our church or on our church grounds or on the street near us, we have a duty to do as much as we can to clean it and to use it to infiltrate into the ground and recharge the groundwater. That's our goal here in this project, is to do as much as we can to promote climate mitigation and clean water.
I think the most rewarding part is what we see on Old Shakopee Road. Those people stop and say, what the heck's going on here? And they ask questions. Our church members ask questions. And what we're doing here is taking water off of Old Shakopee Road, water that is kind of dirty from all of the cars, and it gets routed into the rain garden, and then the rain garden purifies it until it gets to the water table. Now, we don't catch all of the water. Some of the water goes right down the storm sewers and right into 9 Mile Creek. But we know that some of this water is diverted into these rain gardens, and it's wonderful. And what I see is people stopping at the stoplight, and they see this rain garden, and the educational part of this is really wonderful for this church and for this community.
We are the Watershed.